Now, footage has been released of Saweetie and Quavo having a physical altercation in the elevator. And my biggest question is who is leaking these footages? You know, first we had Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange in the elevator. Then we had Ray and Janae Rice. Now we have Quavo and Saweetie. Child, what is going on? Now, before I get into this viral video of Quavo and Saweetie in the elevator, I just want to acknowledge the fact that March has been a very busy month. You know, we've had Prince Harry and Meghan Markle that said, look, we're going to ride together, die together, point blank, period. We've had Kurt Franklin curse out his son. And then Quavo and Saweetie break up.
You know, when niggas fuck up, you got to put them on ice, right?
And it's alleged that Quavo took the car back, but we found out that was a lie. And then Derek Jackson. Because yes, Derek Jackson, we ain't forgot about you after you being exposed, okay? Just because this viral video of Saweetie and Quavo has come out. So we're going to look at this viral video together, and I'm going to break down a couple things, give some commentary, and then I'm going to come back in about how I feel about the circumstances at hand. Let's get into it. Okay, so it looks like Saweetie threw something at him, and then she was trying to take off with his Call of Duty box. He's trying to stop her. He manhandles her and swings her into the elevator wall with enough force for her to fall down. Now she looked like she's out of it. She's on the floor. She's kind of winding back and forth. This man is pushing the buttons to go to whatever floor. He doesn't even care. He's not even checking on her to make sure she's okay. And the thing is like, I wonder what got them up to this point where he's like nonchalant. Now he's looking at the camera. Now this person standing outside the elevator, like, is this the bodyguard or like an innocent bystander? This has to be the bodyguard, because I think they would have said something about this, you know, leak some information, because, you know, people, you know, they like to run their lips. So that might be the bodyguard. I don't know. So he's pushing the buttons, continue to go on. Saweetie is on the floor. He's just looking at her. This is sick, yo. This is super sick. Okay, so now he's grabbing the bags in that dang old box that she tried to run out with. And he's standing outside the elevator waiting for her to get herself together. At least if you're going to manhandle her, pick her up, fool. This is horrible. This is horrible. Look at him just waiting on her. Are you serious? Oh, look at Saweetie. She's trying to get herself together. Oh my goodness. Look at this. She looks like she's out of it. Oh, and she's walking out. Okay. I can't. Now, I will say what Quavo did was absolutely wrong. He shouldn't have slung her into the elevator wall, because that's something that Saweetie couldn't do herself. You know why? Because the strength of a man is greater than that of a woman. So men have to practice self-control. Learn how to sit this one out. No, Saweetie shouldn't have thrown that object at him. And no, she shouldn't have tried to run off with that box. But again, we don't even know the backstory here that even got them to that point. But regardless, Quavo should have said, you know what, screw this, all right, I'm gonna sit this one out and let her have it. Because Quavo has to understand the fact that, again, he has greater strength than her as a man, and secondly, he's a celebrity, so there's cameras everywhere. People are watching whether he knows it or not, and he has to be careful out here. Now he's looking like, you know, somebody that's abusive, you know, or like an aggressor. And so, you know, he put this on his own self. And, you know, unfortunately, Saweetie's sitting down on the floor in the elevator looking helpless. Now, you know what? I want to look at this situation from both perspectives here, for a man and a woman. Now, I will let you guys know I do not condone domestic violence on the man's end and the woman's end, you know. But you have a whole lot of cases where the woman is the victim and the man is the aggressor. But we always have to ask that question, how did this begin? You know, putting your hands on someone or throwing something at someone is not respectable, and it should not be tolerated. You know, you have women that provoke men and call them names and push them and grab certain parts of their body. And then when the man reacts, the woman is in shock because she didn't know that the man was going to do whatever he was going to do to her. You know, and then you have some men that just outright hit women, you know, and either way, it is wrong. I don't condone women provoking men, because women do not understand the strength and the capabilities of a man. And I do not condone a man, you know, hitting or doing anything to a woman at all. Now, I remember when Saweetie, you know, she put out her tweets or whatever about them breaking up, and her saying that, you know, she's single and she's endured so much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes, and, you know, she didn't want anybody to think anything different of her in terms of her character, and the fact that, like, you know, giving presents doesn't heal things, and she's checked out a long time ago and she's ready to go on with her life. And then Quavo's just like, you know, I don't really say anything, but, you know, he wanted to address the issue at hand, and he thought that Saweetie was not the person that she appeared to be, and that, you know, he cheated and upset her. And so I'm wondering, with this physical altercation that took place, like, is this the first time, or is this one of many times? And see, with Saweetie's tweets or whatever, it didn't insinuate that he ever put his hands on her. So that's a good thing, but at the same time, anything can be encompassed inside the phrase of I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes. So I don't know what to say about that, but I will say that, you know, hopefully and maybe Quavo and Saweetie put out some sort of press release in regards to what happened, because somebody saw it and they sent it to TMZ and said, here, okay, we're going to keep the situation with Quavo and Saweetie alive because they had an elevator fight. Interesting. So I wanted to address Adrian Brody here and the fact that he chimed in on the situation. Nobody asked him to chime in on anything here, okay? He should have went somewhere and sat down, or go and box somewhere, or do something that he does best. Advice? That's not one of them. Now, he said, I ain't see nothing wrong in that video if you ask me. That's black love. If me and my significant other don't argue like that, then I don't want her, because I'd rather have somebody who might punch me while I'm asleep before I take a beautiful woman, I guess he meant to say woman here, who goes sneak off and another while I'm asleep. It's the black tough love for me. And then he goes on to say that, you know, he's behind Quavo and that he was good to that woman, and he hates to see another black man torn down. Okay, Adrian. Again, you should have sat out on this one. Basically, he's promoting toxic love, in particular, toxic black love. Okay, nobody wants to feel like, you know, we gotta tussle and fight and argue all the time to, you know, keep the spice in the relationship, and then we make up. It's just like breakups and makeups, arguments and makeup. Like, nobody wants to keep going through that. Like, that's how you impact somebody's mental health. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like relationships are perfect. Okay, you're gonna have your disagreements, but when it gets to the point where, like, it's getting toxic with the arguments, or, you know, even physical altercations, like, you really gonna have to reevaluate being with this person, because maybe y'all are not meant to be and you are wasting each other's time. But this, whatever Adrian Brody is promoting here, is not good. And on top of the fact, like, he wants a woman to punch him in his sleep. This is coming from a boxer. Okay, look, everybody is not meant to give relationship advice. Hence, Adrian Brody. So guys, just to close everything out, you know, Quavo and Saweetie may give a press release in regards to this whole situation. We may never know what started that physical altercation. You know, that bit of curiosity may live with us, but it's cool. I mean, we saw the video and we know that something really bad happened last year with these two. I don't condone domestic violence from men or from women. Keep your hands to yourself. You should not be fighting with each other. You should be making love with each other. But guys, leave your thoughts below. March has been a little interesting, guys. Take care.